We have the mics. Does someone have the mics? There we go. Let me mute this. All right, questions for Emma. Let's go up front here first.
Hi, Emma.
Hey.
Get your thoughts on just having Trinity back on the field again and the kind of game she had and to punctuate it with a goal at the end.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. Really am. I think it was a hard year. We all know, and she's ready to move forward, which I think today symbolises that. Like it's a fresh year. It's a fresh start for her. She's settled. She's happy. I think knowing her future is a big weight off of her shoulders. I think she looked rusty, like all of them did in many ways. But she said to me at half time, "You're not taking me off till I get a goal because I've got a celebration." And I thought, don't know what that's going to look like. And then she did it, and I couldn't quite see it. Then she came over to me and she asked me to mirror it, and I said, "I'm 49 years of age. There's no chance I'm doing that. My son's up in the stands."
And Raylyn as well, for her to debut with a goal that turns a game that shouldn't be 0-0 into the start of what we had.
She scored the harder chance. That's I said when it went in. I said we've missed some really easy chances up until that point, or really golden chances, but real credit to her. She stuck at it and tucked it away for her first goal. Right time, because she was coming off at half time, so really happy for her and to get that. Like you said, we deserved that. I was probably disappointed we didn't get it a little sooner.
Kevin out front here.
Hey, Emma, thanks for your time. The game, I mean, I think in the first half you had trouble finishing, but the game really wasn't all that competitive. Is that a good way to start the year, to have everyone feel confident and feel good about themselves, or would you rather have a game that was really tight?
Listen, you can only play the opponent that's put in front of you, and we all know it's not a non-FIFA window, so it's really tricky to find, I think, tier 1 opponents. But also, having done 25 years as a coach during pre-season, it's the perfect game to play. These players are building towards the start of their season in March, and that, when you're having to do that within 1 week of pre-season, you want it to be a good introduction. But listen, we're missing a lot of players, and they're a national team that, yes, okay, might not have the resources we have in this country, but don't take anything away from the players, because there's a lot of inexperience out there. We had 3 debutantes, players that have only maybe played second or third cap. There was a lot of inexperience for us, and there's a lot of nerves that come with that. But I thought the team handled themselves really well, considering.
Just keep in mind, it was the least cap starting lineup for the U.S. Women's National Team in 25 years. Average just under 10 caps per player. Sandra, go ahead.
Hi, Emma. You had mentioned for this camp leaning on Claire Hudden, Trinity Rodman, Emily Sams as players that you're tasking with leadership. Today we got to see Trinity wear the armband, pass it off to Claire Hudden. Hudden was very present, mentioned in the mixed zone how you had mentioned to her, take off the visor, head up, reach out to players. What's your observations of those players and how they've received that feedback from you? How have you seen them kind of taking on what you've tasked them with in terms of the leadership, and what did you think of Hudden's and Rodman's performance tonight in terms of the captaincy?
I credit the man next to me. He made sure that Trin was well prepped for the responsibilities that come with that, all the little things that come with that, which I know she really appreciated. People like responsibility, so to give them that was only going to add value to their performances, because they care about the team, they care about the crest, and I think Trin did a great job of ensuring, we carry on our customs and our traditions, and by scoring a goal and signing off like that is always great for the fans. She knows how important it is to produce for our fans, and I think for Claire, I think she's a future captain in the making, without question. So what a great learning moment for her to have that situation, and also with all of her peers coming onto the pitch, with Maddie Darlene and Sally Menti. Imagine how that must feel for her and for them to see that Claire is getting the armband at a tender age. But if you worked with her, you'd know she's mature beyond her years, and she handles herself as an experienced pro. Tremendous player.
I do believe Claire's keeping that armband. Let's go to the back there. Just pass it around there.
Hi, I'm Georgia. I'm here with Kids Scoop Media. And I just want to ask that there was clearly such a difference between the first half and the second half and the players. So at halftime, how did you try to encourage players into playing the best they possibly can in that second half?
As always, I'm really process driven in that. So I shared some key details I felt would be the difference, and said we need to get better at those things, and if we do that, the ball go in the back of the net. So you still have to transfer it onto the field, and we scored 4 or 5 goals in 12 minutes. Unbelievable credit to the players to do that. This is, as we've spoken about, a really inexperienced group, so well done to them.
Go ahead.
Emma, first camp in a couple of months. You mentioned it's also a camp coming in preseason. 3 debutants today, as you said. Some players with some different roles once they saw the field today. Olivia seeing some time on the left, Hal playing in central defense. Coming into this week, what were some things that you were hoping to learn from the players in this game? And now you've had a bit of time to reflect. What do you feel like you have learned about the squad?
Well, first off, Hal had to do that because Jordan Bugg was ill, so that was and the 2 centre backs had to come off the field, so somebody had to do it, and she trained it at least once in that area, and she will be playing in midfield the next game. So, she demonstrated she can do a great job there. Aaliyah, when we played.
That allows me to have a look at other tests like Alice Sentner in the first Croy Bethune. So I think I've seen what it did from to know that she's going to be an impact for us in our future. I just need to see where Ali was today in relation to that.
Let's go online to Jeff.
Let's go online to Jeff Carlisle. Oh, no, sorry, Damien.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Fitz. Emma, if you could go back to Rylan, she said she was in a futures camp last year. What did you see from then, and how did she sort of carry that over into the club season, and what do you want to see her grow into this season coming up?
I think last year at the futures camp, you could see she was actually playing out on the wing a little bit more. She's got an unbelievable athleticism to get in behind. She's very good aerially. I think there's a need for that, and I think she's developed her confidence over the season to put herself in the right positions in the right moments. But the next level is putting all of that together and being clinical, because you see with Ali Sentner, she missed one from 3 yards just before half time, but she was so decisive second half. And the realities are, at the highest possible level, you don't get 3 and 4 chances. You get 1 and 2. So I think for her, she needs to keep focusing on her development at club. I think for her to take the next step for us is about performing consistently there and being decisive as a number 9. I think if she does those things, then she will get closer to the US Women's National Team on a more regular basis.
Thanks, Aaron. Along those lines, obviously it is preseason, a big scoreline today, but building into the game next week, what are some things that you're looking to improve on and build on based on this performance?
Like I said, I think for the amount of possession we grew to have in the first half, the decision into the final third and the execution in the final third was where we fell short. So I think focusing on that is important because I think we do work the ball into the right areas. I think just getting that last part right. I also think that part does take the longest, with it being only a week in pre-season. I mean, 6 goals isn't too bad for their first game. So I think the second one is, we've got 1 day's training. Can we improve upon that earlier on in the game? Probably my biggest one. And the second will be, don't know till I analyse it. I'll watch it now on the way up to Santa Barbara and make decisions off of that. We have analysis, not tomorrow. I have a day off tomorrow, but we've got 1 day to prep to just do the key details, which is the development of everything we've been asking them to do this past week in camp.
Jonathan Tannenwald. Thanks, Jeff. Jonathan, go ahead. Tannenwald. Thanks, Jeff. Jonathan, go ahead.
Thanks, Aaron. Congratulations. I think, and Aaron will correct me if I have this wrong, I think that was Croy Bethune's first official goal contribution, the assist for the national team.
You are correct, sir.
The first goal, if it had not been an own goal. And I just wonder, Emma, what you saw from her today and what you've seen from her this week, because she's been around the national team, some including the Olympics now, and there's so much competition in the midfield, as we know. Thanks.
Yeah, and I've said that to Croy this week in my meeting with her. There is a lot of competition. You got the names I've already mentioned, plus Rose Lavelle, plus Kat Macario can play in that area. Lindsay Horan. I think Croy has to just focus on taking the next steps. I think last season she knows the areas she has to keep adding. Her goals, there was a decline in her goals last year after her rookie season, and I think she's, as I said to her when she went on the field, I wanted to put herself into dangerous situations in the box. I knew service would come. Yes, she did get her first assist, and no, that wasn't her goal. She said to me she wanted to own it, but she didn't touch it. So fair play to her. But yeah, I'm excited for Croy. I think she's an exciting player. So looking forward to seeing her season this year, because if she starts and hits the ground running, I think she's got so many wonderful qualities that she can contribute to this team.
Last one goes to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thanks, Hype, as always. Emma, Maddie McGlynn, always a goalkeeper that's able to make contributions from out the back and staying alert. Just what you would say about her performance today in terms of being active, even if she wasn't having to deal with shots coming her way.
I think it's the best camp Mandy's had for us, to be honest. And I think that's great for us in the goalkeeping department. I think she feels really clear about her direction and what she wants to achieve this year, and her training reflected that. And I think her in-game performance, though she didn't have a lot to do, she still made the right decisions in the right moment. So really happy with Mandy, and I'm happy she feels settled to really kick on for the next stage of her career, because she's very ambitious. And I think last year maybe she stagnated a little bit. So I think I'm excited for her season this year, as is she.
Excellent. Thank you, Emma. We are off to Paradise, and we'll talk to you from Santa Barbara.